Yo, what's up gamers, it's your boy Golden12 back with another Genshin Impact video. Today, you need to summon on this weapon banner. That's not a joke, alright? So, if you don't know, right, in a couple of days, basically like, what, 3 days? I don't know the exact time, but who cares? These new weapons are about to come out. 4 stars and 5 stars, right? Well, not new 5 stars, but we are returning 2 very good 5 stars, right? So, our 4 stars here. We have the Wind Wave Breaker's Fin polearm, which has a really high base attack and a low attack percentage, but that is fine for specific characters. I will get into that in a second. And we have the Morin's bow. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Anyways, Moon bow. It does big damage with high burst cost. Very simple. So then, here's the weapon banner. If you can't tell this because you're new to the game, this is insanely good for everybody. So first off, we have LG for the end, right, which is a very good support. It's the Moon bow. Well, I'll call it that, the Moon squared bow. LG for the end is a very good support bow that upon hitting an enemy a few times with your burst or E skill will give your entire team elemental mastery and attack, which is really strong in a couple characters. Thoma, it do big damage. Yes. Slap it on your characters, Zhao, Zhengling, I don't know, basically every spear character, it do good. Very simple. Best weapon banner in the game's hands down? Yeah, probably. So obviously the 2 new 4 stars, those are incredibly strong. I already talked about those and I'll be in specifics in a second. Sack Sword. Everybody needs a Sack Sword with multiple refinements for the Jingqiu, which would be incredibly strong on him. Giving him the energy that you need so you can build him like a DPS, you know, and get the most out of him. Yes, it is basically the best in slot for Jingqiu, or it just is actually. The Widsith, right, it applies buffs to your team, or not team, sorry, that character that's on for big damage, and it's arguably the best catalyst in the game besides Lost Prayer Sacred Winds. Really strong 4-star option. No, it is not Sacrificial Fragments, it's Widsith. And then Rain Slasher, which is not that good, to be honest, but it has 1 use on Vape Diluc. However, that's Copium. Don't run that. There are better options for free-to-plays. So, here's the Hu Tao banner. This is not what that video is about. So, yes. Alright. So then, let me pull up the characters to show you who it would be specifically good on, because someone asked. So then, as for the bow, hold on, I'm pulling it up for a second. As for the spear is interesting because it doesn't work on Zhao. For those who don't know, there's this thing in the game with characters getting states applied to them, right? So activating ability gives them buffs. It doesn't work for those characters. So Zhao, you can't use the spear on. You are basically using it as a glorified attack stat stick for Zhao, and he doesn't get the buff percentages, so you're out of luck there. However, the spear can be used on pretty much everyone else. I'd highly recommend using it on Zhengling and possibly Raiden if you have really good substats with ER. Otherwise, Hu Tao, there's arguably better options, and Zhongli, same thing. Rosaria, you prefer crit rate for her specifically, although you can use it on her if you want her burst to do absurd damage. Now, for the bow, you are going to likely use the bow on Sara for damage. It's probably her best option besides Blackcliff. Obviously, for support-wise, Skyward Harp is her best option, right? It has the highest base attack for bows. Aloy, you can, but why would you? Yoimiya, no. Her burst just outright sucks for the most part. You're not going to use on her. Ganyu, you can if you want. Again, most people use her for her sniper damage. But it will provide some extra burst damage for her if you want. Child, you might as well not run it. He has better options, plus he's, for the most part, at least at like C0, Hydro enabling for characters like Zhengling. So not really his best option, plus since you're doing normal attacks with him, Rust is what you normally want to run. Diona, no. She's support, doesn't get anything from it. Finty, sort of the same thing, plus his low ER cost, right? Fischl, It only buffs her lightning damage during burst, right? So if you wanted that to be increased, you can. But most of the time, you're only her on field for a second, then swapping off to get the extra benefits of Oz. And Amber, it's quite solid on for her burst damage. So Thoma is the new upcoming character in a few days. I'm going to DPS Thoma. Would the new spear be good for DPS or only support or both? So the new spear on Thoma is actually really good for both because of him having a high burst cost, right, of 80. He will get the most benefit from this specific spear, considering the spear, right, requires total amount of ER on a team, which the higher ER that each character has, or energy cost for that burst, right, that each character has, the more damage this spear will do. For Thoma in particular, his damage, right, from off field is coming from his burst. And so getting multiple refinements on this pole arm will be really good on him. And he scales off of attack, right? Meaning this low attack percentage is not going to affect you that much in the long run. If you're free to play, there are probably better options for him, right? But we also don't have an HP 4-star, but this is still really good. Just for the base attack on the most part. And so yeah, I think that will be it. Obviously, I don't need to mention much more. There are specific for builds. Again, Thoma's not out yet, so we can't give a definitive answer. But this is looking incredibly strong on him and a few other characters. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, check out my streams, guys. I think it'd be pretty cool.